And welcome. This is Lindsay of Lindsay Lou Rogers for the Momentum Talk Show. And today I have with me Frandu Smith. Say hello, Frandu.
Oh, hi. Hello, this is Frandu. How are you? It's good to be here. I hope that you are having a great time. I'm having a great time. So thank you very much, Lindsay, for this opportunity for me. Thanks a lot.
We are so happy to have you here, Frandu. Thank you for the nice introduction. For all of you who have not been, yes, happy to have you. Would you like to add anything?
No, go ahead.
Wonderful. Yes, we are going to get to learn about Frandu today. And before we begin, for those of you who have not been part of the intro or the previous talk show shows or interviews, I'll just tell you a little bit about what that is and how it got started. So momentum actually stands for something. It was a message that I received one day and I said, I better write that down. So it stands for monumental opportunity manifesting extraordinary new times upon man and womankind. And it started just with those tips and tricks that people had given me in daily interactions. And I said, hey, other people could benefit from this. So I have learned so much from Frandu through our friendship and other interactions socially and in classes. So it's just been a joy. He is a professional dancer, a mime, and a comedian, and has evolved into poetry. So we have quite a bit to learn about you today, Frandu. Would you like to begin from the beginning when you were about this age?
The beginning is now. The beginning is our time. This is where we start. We start right here, right now. The moment is the most important thing in our lives. The present moment is everything for us because this creates our future and it colors our past. Anyway, I write poetry and I would like to read you a poem. So as to start, it's in Spanish, so you're going to suffer if you don't understand it. But if you don't understand it, you can always get in touch with me. And Frandu does, well, if you Google my name, Frandu, you'll know about me. You will know how to get in touch with me. But here is a poem. So I am going to read it, and I call it Sequoia. Se esconde la majestad del árbol detrás de paredes, vidrio, cemento. Su hermosura se pierde si solo sirve de adorno. Más hondo que su estatura, más grande, más grueso, más fuerte, más inmenso que sus 3000 años, formando tierra su comida, dando siempre hasta su muerte, llevándose en esa muerte su lealtad, su constancia, su firmeza, su fuerza, su ciega fe, lo que perdura, lo que no se deja y queda, lo que se lleva no se carga, lo que hace temblar al alma, la alegría dulce, lejana, con una conciencia palpable como el aspirar de su oxígeno, dando fuerza, dando fuego con su aliento, esa calor, dando vida, sombra, ejemplo de amor, abrazando tierra, vistiendo montañas, el coloso cae callado, muere sin palabras, en pedazos comerciales, a astillas y a serrín. Gracias.
That was beautiful. Excuse me?
Sí, bueno, gracias. Quería, pues, nunca lo he leído públicamente. Lo escribí hace unos pocos meses y me gusta mucho, pero quería darles esta poesía porque, pues, actualmente nosotros estamos sufriendo de un malestar, un sufrimiento que la tierra está sintiendo con los incendios de la parte oeste de este país, de los Estados Unidos, allá en California y en Oregon y en Washington. Hasta el humo que sale de las quemaduras de los árboles y la tierra allá ha llegado a nuestro lugar. Y estos 2 últimos días hemos podido mirar al sol sin ningún resguardo, sin ninguna guardia, porque el humo es tan espeso que se puede mirar al sol aunque no hayan nubes.
Exactly.
Entonces, pues está muriendo mucho árbol y es mucha tragedia lo que está sucediendo en los picos de las montañas de California, cerca de las ciudades donde han venido pues las personas que cuidan que cuidan las montañas. Han venido y han cortado los árboles porque para evitar que haya fuego y llegue a quemar las casas residenciales. Entonces, pues han cortado mucho árbol y al cortar los árboles encontré yo a un secuoya caído y de ahí vino la poesía. Yo pues estoy muy sentido y muy adolorido de los dolores que le pasa aquí a nuestra casa, nuestra madre, donde por nuestros caprichos y por nuestra cegueza a ver los resultados de nuestras acciones y a tomar responsabilidad por lo que hacemos, ha formado un gran veneno para nuestro hogar. Y pues así estoy yo como en luto por la manera como se siente nuestra madre, lo que yo llamo tierra, lo que llamamos tierra, donde nacimos, de donde venimos, lo que nos ha dado vida, lo que nos da nuestro mañana. Agonizamos todos. Muere, morimos todos. Bueno, gracias, perdón. Solamente que son cosas que pues están sucediendo actualmente y son cosas muy, muy fuertes que van a ser muy, muy difíciles para que nosotros podamos alcanzar a curarlas, a limpiarlas, a ayudarle al organismo de lo que nos da vida, al organismo de la tierra, al organismo de nuestro hogar. Es muy difícil curar esto. Tenemos que todos ponerle atención a lo que hacemos, ponerle atención a cómo gastamos y desgastamos y cómo abusamos nuestro aire, nuestra tierra, nuestra comida, nuestras vidas, nuestros amores. Gracias, perdón. No quiero aquí ponernos en nosotros a enlutarnos y es como, a mí me parece, lo mejor de hacer es de ponerle atención a lo que nos está pasando, nos está sucediendo y darnos cuenta de que podemos cambiar cosas, de que podemos hacer cosas diferentes, que podemos mirar a nuestro espíritu y a nuestra comunidad y llegar nosotros con un amor febril a cambiar la manera como nosotros tratamos nuestra madre, nuestra tierra, porque es el único hogar que existe hasta ahora. Bueno, gracias. Pues sí, yo he venido porque pues fui invitado por Lindsay a hablarles un poquito a ustedes y decirles acerca de mi vida. Será cómo llegué yo aquí a tener estos sentimientos, ¿no? No, pues la vida es lo que mejor nos ha sucedido. La vida es un capricho de amor que no deja. La vida es lo que nos ha llevado y nos ha traído aquí a donde estamos, con la inteligencia que tenemos, con la conciencia que cargamos, con la manera como vivimos nosotros. Nosotros somos el resultado del polvo mismo en que estamos, en que vivimos y al cual volvemos. Vivimos aquí ahora porque nosotros somos el Humpty Dumpty que cayó y se quebró y se formó otra vez. So I'm speaking Spanish. I just sort of confused the both languages and I begin to just speak up. But it is a very serious ailment that our earth, our home, is feeling right now, where it's urgent. It's an emergency right now. Our home, our earth here, what has given us everything, is being rushed to a hospital right now, and it's in in intensive care, unit. He's in an intensive care unit. It's urgent that we listen, that we change, that we love. So thank you.
Muy bien dicho. Very well said. That's very poetic as well.
Sí, bueno, but I came here because of your invitation, Lindsay. Thank you very much. I'm just another human being who grew up in circumstances. I mean, like everybody else, and through being sensitive to my days and being sensitive to what happens to me, to being sensitive to my moment, I realized that there are feelings that we live in an organism, that we are an organism, that our organism forms part of this bigger organism, that the earth is alive, that the earth has life right now, and that we can care of it. And so my life has been just it's a joy. It's a joy to be alive. Our lives are miracles that we look for. We are the miracle that we search for. When we get up in the mornings and we say, oh, here comes another day, we want to do this other different thing. I don't know, there's something missing in me, I lack something. You are not looking inside you, and you are not looking at the miracle that you embody. We are a miracle. We are a miracle alive all the time, every moment. So take the joy, take the miracle that we are. Look at it and go, oh, Dios, oh, Goddess, oh my God, oh, here, this is us. We are part of it. Don't be blind to the fact that we want to search for what makes us out there, because what makes us, what guides us, what keeps us alive is right here. It's right here. So don't misguide yourself. Say hello to strangers. Leave the place that you find a little better than you found it. And laugh twice a day, okay? Because that brings glory to ourselves. That's praying to God. That's saying glory to the fact that we are the miracle that we search for all the time. Love yourself. Love your neighbor. Love your earth. Love your home. Thank you. Well, as I was saying, just another Joe who was born, and through consequences, through causes and effects, that we come to where we are, and we are at a great place. We have for all that might happen, or for all that has happened, we are at this place, and we are blessed with the fact that we are conscious of ourselves. I'm blessed with the fact that we can be happy, that we can receive joy, and therefore we can give joy. So to understand that we are immense, that we are eternal, that now that if we leave this place right now, if because of our actions or what we have done bring about the death of life on the earth, if that happens, if our mother does die in the ICU, at the hospital, if our atmosphere does consume us, and we end up passing on as many species of life does, if that happen, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because right now, right here, we are embracing life, because right now, right here, we are joyful for the miracle that has come to our conscience, to ourselves, to our lives, that we are alive. That's the glory of being alive. So go around and be happy that we are part of everything, that when we look up at the stars, they're not far away. They beat with us. That their beat was that gave us this. That is the light that brought us to conscience. That we gather all chemicals themselves and form this wonderful, wonderful body where the soul resides. And this is where we are. So that's where I am. That's where I am ending up here, loving what life has given me, loving that I beat every day, loving the fact that I get up in the mornings and I can see skies and I can see clouds and I can see flowers and I can walk to a river and I can feel the soil and I can eat and satisfy me and love what's around us. The reason why we're here is to be witness to the glory of the miracle that we embody. So I know that my idea here was to tell you about me, but I am. so what better to tell you of this moment right now, and to because when I look at myself, I look at everybody. When I reflect on me, I reflect on the people around me doing things to me and me reacting, interacting with them. That's what forms us, you know. And people, I mean, like people act and do things according to their history and how they receive it, and we can't judge. There's like people just go and act the best way they can, and some people like to be cruel because inside them they need to do this. And so it's not judgment, it's just looking at those actions and saying, well, that's not good for our society. So we kind of have to stop him. In fact, we don't kind of have to stop him. We have to stop. We have to change. We have to get better, to leave our place better than we found it. So anyway, things are a lot simpler than we think. But I wanted to say that and get off a lot of feelings that I have to you. Tell you that I have just been a very fortunate man, and I have gone to art since I was a child. I like to put plays out for people in my neighborhood. The children, me and my sister, will get on our window and we'll put a little theater, we'll have a little curtain, and then we'll do a lot of slapstick, and the children will love it.
So the children were your audience.
I'm sorry?
The children were your audience, the neighbors?
Yes, the neighbors, the children. Because, you know, I don't know, the children, I grew in a very poor neighborhood, in a very violent neighborhood, and the children suffered a lot, and they love to have a little entertainment. so we were the entertainers, and they loved us. And the parents will come and start screaming at him. So like, what are you doing? And I sent you to do this and you haven't gone, you know, like they will just be entertained by us. So it was fun and I liked it. And from then on, I just started putting little plays for family and friends. And my sister and I will write things and we'll act them out. And it just stayed with me. It was just a seed that grew. And well, I did a lot of things too, because, you know, society doesn't pay too much for you to be an artist, and expressing was very important for me. I needed to express myself, and I needed to do that, and because things happened in my life that were tragic, and I didn't want to. I couldn't. You cannot live in tragedy. You have to take a border of that tragedy and be able to handle it, so that you can accept what's happening to you, so that you can change it. Before we can change anything, we have to see who we are and what we do. And so I was just, like I said, a fortunate person to be able to do that. And luckily for me, I was able to meet people who were interested in the same things I were interested in. and I started dancing, and I became a professional dancer. Just I didn't go to dance to become famous. I didn't go to dance to be popular or to gain. I went to dance to express, and so it worked. And the people I got together with were just amazing. They were incredible. And so we formed a theater group, and we became internationally known. And we went to a few places in the world, and we performed. So then on, of course, I couldn't support myself just doing dance, and because I had this need for expression, I started writing, and I began to write poetry. And this little Spanish poem that I read to you guys at the beginning is a little bit of a result of that. So I've been writing, and I've been performing, and once I couldn't support myself from dancing, I went to school, and I did well, and got a great job, and got married, and have 3 children. I've done it all. I've done it all. I reached the point where, like, what I set out to do, it wasn't what I enjoyed doing. I did, and it took me places. I didn't go to the places. I don't go in, and I got cancer. All right, after having my career, and having been an engineer, and having a family, and being a good provider, and having these wonderful, beautiful children, just wonderful human beings. I got cancer, and so everything sort of came to a pause, and things happened to just, they were being sucked. They were just went down a drain, like a black hole had come and swept everything. I lost home. I lost family. I lost my life, and I went down to nothing, and I decided to start writing comedy, because tragedy and comedy, you see. So I started being funny.
Was that helpful to cope with all the tragedy?
Oh my God, it was so amazing. Okay. So amazing. It just, it changed many things about me. It changed the way, it changed my cancer. My cancer started coming down. In fact, right now it's just in remission, I suppose. It's not growing. It's kind of staying steady, very, very low. So I'm very happy to announce that I don't have as much cancer as I used to have, and right now it's very little in my body. I'm an old guy, and my body is it feels the age, and it's been very hard for me, because I've been wanting to do a dance piece, and I have tried to ask people to form a group with me, and it hasn't really gelled yet. It takes time. So I have a lot of more things in my agenda to create, and I am looking forward to have one last performance. I suppose at least one more, maybe not the last one, because I'll probably be here till I'm 80, and you guys will be sick and tired of me and go, "What happened to that old man? He's still alive? What the heck? So he was gonna die already?" And no, I'm here still singing. So I started doing comedy, and who knew that I was going to become internationally known as a comic, and it's just I am.
So exciting! That's great.
Well, I went the last summer. I went to this last winter. I went to Colombia, and I performed. So yeah, I performed twice, and to me that is, I'm internationally known. And it was in Spanish and with a different culture, and it wasn't easy. It took me a lot of work and a lot of time to be able to get into a theater over there, but I was able to. And it's just being. I just do, and I express, and and it's something that I enjoy. I don't know how to contribute to life and to my community except by expressing myself. And so I still do it. And so I I I don't know where one can find happiness except in knowing yourself, expressing yourself, and loving yourself. So so right now I'm taking yoga and I'm doing a lot of work. My body is in a lot of pain, but it's an old little thing. And then when my body gets to be so old that it cannot house me anymore, my body will die. And so therefore I will be probably coming back in another form if we can save the life of the earth, our mother's organism, to keep us alive still. And so we'll come back because we're dust, and when we become dust again, we stay here. And just like we breathe the air that probably Julius Caesar took and was breathing himself way back in, I don't know, the year before the modern era, then my chemicals will be also being distributed to everywhere. And so if there's going to be life in our home still, then we'll be alive here again. So you may think that when we die, we go. No, we stay. Stay. What we do has a conscience. Our conscience we carry with us. So we build it, we take care of it, we love it, or we don't. And we don't take care of it, and we hate it. And so we'll come back suffering again to be able to create it. But happiness is we're here right now and we're alive. So love life. Love life.
Excuse me?
The what?
I said that was a great recipe for happiness. Enjoy. Yeah, if people could follow that, that's great. And I just want to congratulate you. You do take a lot of my yoga classes and you're doing very well. So you are working your body, which is great. And there's a lot more time still to do more physical accomplishments, including your dance. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's very exciting. That's good. That's good. And I'm writing 2 books of poems.
Oh.
One in Spanish, and the Spanish one is pretty much done. I have all the poetry for the book. Now I just have to see which one I'm going to put where, you know, the sequence of the poems. And then I have another poetry book in English, and that one is harder. But it's coming along, and I'm working on that. So I have those 3 projects going. And I still writing comedy. And I'm going to be writing more stuff, and I cannot stop expressing myself. I just keep going. I'm still alive. Okay. So yeah. So that's it's a lot of things to do. It's a lot of things to do.
Now, did you start writing poetry initially in Spanish and then start writing poetry in English afterwards?
Yes, I started writing when I was 14. And I started writing. I like poetry. I like poetry since I was like 6. The moment I was able to read was about 6, 7 year old, and I love poetry. I will memorize poems and I will recite them. That's part of my that's part of my family little shows.
Okay.
People would love it. Yeah, because people like poetry.
Yeah.
You know, so I started writing since then, and I didn't start writing poems. You know, you start writing little silly things, you know, and then it started getting organized, and I began to write for, you know, little short stories, and I like poems because they're concentrated, and I like to feel of I think of myself as concentrated. People say, "Oh, look at the little guy." But I'm just concentrated.
I like that analogy. That's great.
Just a bundle of stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
so yeah, so I've been, and then when I came here to this country, I was born in Colombia, by the way. And when I came to this country, well, I I learned English because God, I wanted to learn the language, and so I like grammar. Yeah, believe it or not, I like grammar, and I like grammar because I wanted to express myself. So I wanted to know how, if I put a comma, how does that express anything? If I put a period, what does it mean? And so I like that organization of words and structure. So so I did well. I did well in school, and I started writing short stories and organizing things, and so I took on writing like that. So so that's pretty much my life. It's a bunch of words and and a bunch of actions. It's like
Words and movement.
word and movement. Yeah.
What a great combination.
Dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was
Yeah.
wonderful to hear your story, for you to read us a poem, to tell us what it's about, and to hear quite a bit of Spanish, which is great. Hopefully, we'll have some Spanish speaking people watching, so that's wonderful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah.
know, I didn't think of reading you a poem in English. I guess that could happen. I don't know if I have something here ready because I've been writing lately. Well, in this notebook, it's mostly Spanish, and towards the end, it has turned out to be a little bit of English. So, but I'm not. I don't think I have anything here ready. Some little short things, I suppose. But no, I'm not gonna spend time doing that right now. Next
Well,
time, okay. Next time I'll do it, and you guys will listen to my English poems.
great. Well, it's been a joy.
Yes.
Thank you so much. A lot of insight
Oh wow. Oh my
today.
God, the time is up. Did I talk too much? Oh boy, I have that problem. I say a lot of things. Say a lot of things. But these are exciting times, guys. These are really exciting times. This is the time when we can look at ourselves and see what we like, don't like, and see how we want to go about getting on to the things that we love. Things that we love. Look, you know, love, you have only time, you need only space. And find yourself there among the things we do not leave behind, and leave behind forever whatever you don't love. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Frandu. Thank you for all of you for tuning
Thank
in.
you, Lindsay.
Till next time.
Sorry,
No
I
problem.
cut you off. Okay, any question, anybody?
We can leave those for people reaching out to Frandu. So thank you so much for joining us. It's been wonderful. Thank you for those of
Thank
you
you.
tuning in to the Momentum Talk Show. And Frandu, you can have a few last words here and we will say goodbye.
Well, I just let you, well, know that the time, your moment, is the most important thing happening right now. Your moment. Remember that. And that way you can, and you can take it whichever way you want. You can hate or you can love. You can play tricks or you can be straightforward and be serious or playful. It's up to us. It's up to you. But we're all in this together.
Very good words of wisdom.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.